Okay, I'm going to go over a couple of the homework problems with you. I'm going to do questions 3, 5, and 24. So let's look at number 3. So looking at your note sheet, we've got 8 steps to work through. So first we want to make sure the coefficient of x squared is 1, and it is. Then we want to make sure that the equation's in the form of x squared plus bx equals c, so the x squared and x term are on the left side, whole numbers on the right. And we don't currently have that. So the whole numbers needs to move over to the other side of the equation. So that's going to leave you with x squared plus 4x. Now I'm going to leave a space because we're going to come up with that third term equals negative 21 turns into positive 21 when you bring it to the other side. Plus we're going to need to compensate on the other side of the equation for whatever we do to this side. Okay? So now we're ready to complete the square. So we're going to take half of 4. So we're going to do half of 4, and that's going to get you 2. Then you're going to square that, and that's going to get you 4. So you're going to add 4 to the left side of the equation, but if you add 4 to the right or to the left, you have to also add it to the right side. So that's steps 3 through 5. Okay? Now we're ready to factor the perfect square trinomial. So this should factor into a binomial squared. The first term times itself should get you x, so that's just going to be x. Since all the signs are positive, this is going to be plus. And then what times itself gets you 4? That's going to be 2. Okay? And that equals, add these together, you get 25. Okay? Now we're ready to take the square root of both sides. So if I take the square root of this side, the square root and the square root cancel, and you're left with x plus 2 equals, take the square root of that side, you get positive or negative 5. Okay? So then we can bring 2 to the other side of the equation, doing the last step of solving. So x equals positive or negative 5 minus 2. So now what is our final answer? Since these are both whole numbers, we can actually work this out. Positive 5 minus 2 is 3. And then our other answer is negative 5 minus 2 gets you negative 7. So your answers there are positive 3 and negative 7. Okay? So let's work through another one. So we look and work through number 5. Let's see here, let's make some room. Okay, number 5, we want to make sure that our x squared is 1, and it is. We want to make sure the x squared and the x term is on one side and the whole number's on the other. Well, there is no whole number on this one, so we don't have to worry about moving it. So this one seems a little different. We have no whole number, we just have the 0, but that's okay, and we can just leave the 0 there. So now let's go ahead and let's complete the square. So this is x squared plus 12x. I'm going to leave a gap equals 0, and then I'm going to compensate for that over here. Now I need to come up with that third term. So we're going to do half of 12, and that's going to get you 6, and then we're going to square that, and you're going to get 36. So this is going to be plus 36. And if you add 36 to one side, you have to add 36 to the other side. Okay, now we're ready to factor. So this side should factor into a binomial squared. So what times itself gets you x squared? That'll be x. This will always be x. Since the signs are both positive, this is plus. And then what times itself gets you 36? That's 6. Now 0 plus 36 is just 36. Now we're ready to take the square root. So take the square root of this side. Square root and the square root cancel, so you're left with x plus 6 equals, take the square root of that side, this will get you positive or negative 6. Okay? Now we can bring 6 to the other side, so x equals, bring 6 to the other side, you're going to have positive or negative 6 minus 6. So your final answer on this one, you'll have positive 6 minus 6, which is 0, and negative 6 minus 6, which is negative 12. Okay. So your answers here are 0 and negative 12.